Hey everyone, Adam with Troy Media here, and today I'm doing an entirely uncut unboxing of the Peak Design travel tripod. So like many of you, I recently got my Peak Design travel tripod shipped to me. Now this is something that probably a lot of us backed. I know a lot of people in general backed on Kickstarter earlier in 2019. I think it was July of this year that it came out. It was a very successful backing. This is the aluminum version that we're going to be unboxing here in just a second. There was a carbon fiber version as well, but I got it. I haven't opened it all. You can see that plastic is like still all over it. I've given myself a little starting point there to open that up. But as I mentioned, I'm not going to edit this at all. I might do some color correcting just because I've got really pasty skin. But other than that, I'm going to just open this up and give you my initial thoughts on this tripod, and we'll go from there. If you have any questions about this tripod too, leave those in the comments section below. I'd be happy to answer these. Keep in mind, again, this is a uncut version of this, and I guess that maybe if I fart or something, I'll edit that out. But other than that, I'm not going to cut this at all. So we've got this plastic here. When I first got this tripod in the mail yesterday, I was actually really surprised at how small it is. And that's one of the big benefits to this tripod. One of the big selling points that they market it as is how small it is. I mean, this thing is like twice the size of like a big Nalgene bottle. For reference, my other larger tripod, my Miller DS10 tripod, is down here. And the smallest it gets is like 36 inches or 34 inches, I think. For reference, just the box on this alone is only like 16 and a half inches. So this tripod is going to be real small. Now, the box itself is really nice. It's got a nice matte black finish on it. It's got their logo. It's got a little maybe hinge or carrying strap here. Some stuff on it, and then some info on the actual tripod. So it weighs 3.44 pounds apparently. The box itself and everything weighs under 4, so I can confirm that it's probably very accurate. It is 15 and a half inches folded down. So, and it's got some other things there, and it can hold up to 20 pounds. Now, I'm going to go ahead and pop this off, and let's pull this out here. And nothing else in the box there. Nice little box. Maybe I'll carry some whiskey around with me in that. So great little packaging here, a little Peak Design sticker, I think. The silica packets, which are great. Just wanted to make sure I was recording. I hadn't thought to check that. So, great little pouch. This has got a nice little carrying strap on it. This is super tiny. If you are into like travel filmmaking or just bringing a tripod with you when you travel or go somewhere, I think this is going to fit the bill. I haven't even opened this thing yet, and this feels like something that I would carry with me. It's not going to take up a lot of space in your backpack or even connected to the outside of your backpack. Really, really nice, high-quality fabric. I like this dark gray, too. If anyone wants to buy me a shirt, I look really good in this dark gray. It might even match I think it matches my shirt pretty aggressively here, pretty well. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. It's got a small zipper on the top here, and we're going to pull this out. Now this is it feels padded. The case does, so the little bag. You might also see a cat hop up at some point. I have 2 of them walking around my feet right now. Inside this bag, there is what appears to be a little Peak Design travel tripod, instruction booklet or, some more information on it. My initial thoughts on this thing is that it's really, really sleek. It's super small. It's actually, I weighed it, so I know it actually is under 4 pounds, but it does, truth be told, feel a touch heavier than I thought it would. Again, this is not the carbon fiber version. This is the aluminum, the heavier version. The aluminum version that I backed was like $2.99 on Kickstarter, and I think that the carbon fiber one was like $400 or $500. And honestly, I don't do enough travel filmmaking or anything like that. So it was not worth it to me to back the more expensive one. But let's see, the carbon fiber one retails for like $600. So I think it was a little less than that on Kickstarter. But it does feel a touch heavier than I thought it would, but it's still really light. And for reference, my other tripod down here, if I can ever figure out where to point at for this thing, that one weighs just over 10 pounds. So if you're shaving off like 6.5 pounds when you're traveling with something and you're shaving off well over half the size, this is like a game changer in terms of a portable travel tripod. So let's go ahead and open this up. And it's got a little set of Allen wrenches that fell down there. And yeah, it's a nice small footprint even when it's not folded up all the way. It's got some stuff you can hang some weights on. The design on this is really, really nice. There are some plastic pieces, but they do feel pretty sturdy. The aluminum legs, you can probably hear my ring clinking on those, feel really nice, and they're really thin too. I like how they designed this to fit really compactly in itself. And opening it up, it looks like there's a little spot on one of the legs here, if the camera will focus, for maybe for this little tool to sit. It looks like it fits pretty snugly in there. I don't know if you heard it snap in, but it's got we've got a little Peak Design tool here that's got a couple little Allen wrenches on the back side of it, which is nice. And folds open, it looks like, so you can have access to those for tightening and untightening some stuff, it looks like. So let's snap that back in for now. There we go. All right, and this little booklet, I'm gonna take this little booklet off because I don't think I need it at this moment in time. I'm gonna try not to bump my mic. Okay. There we go. So, Peak Design Travel Tripod. Even this little pamphlet is made very nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and just peek through it with you guys. Ultra portable, rapid deploying, built-in phone mount. That's pretty fancy. Universal mount stows in the center column. I'll have to try to pull that out. Intuitive interface. Blah blah. Climate neutral certified and 1% for the planet member. Wonderful. Way to go, Peak Design. Know your tripod. And then there's kind of like I'm going to jokingly call this like a life-size version of this here. So you get your standard plate, quick release plate, locking ring, adjustable ring, leg angle adjusters, deployable center column knob, anchor attachment, cam levers, high grip rubber feet, phone mount stows in center column, and a hook. So we're going to break this open and make sure that all of this stuff is here, and I'll give you some thoughts on how it works. So let's pop these feet out real quick. I'm going to see how easy this is to adjust. Now, really easy. These legs are coming out really quickly. I will say something initially that I can see myself doing if I'm in a hurry, is that these are also small and they're so compact and put next to each other. There is a bit of a difference on them. But when I was unlocking it, I was just unlocking a couple at a time. So I could see that maybe being a problem if you're in a hurry or trying to do something. But I'm going to set this down. That is one leg folded all the way out. And it is, I don't know, probably at like 5 feet or so. But these feel really nice. There's no give in them whatsoever. I do like this a lot. And it is incredible what they've been able to pack into this tiny, tiny little tripod. So I'm going to go ahead and snap this back up so we can take a look at it just a little bit more. So really nice. I mean, these are really good locking mechanisms. The legs slide in and out really well. There's no friction there or anything like that. Really well designed. So let's see here. I'm going to see if I can get this little phone piece out. Oh, so this little hook comes off the bottom. And then the phone mount is here in the bottom. Truth be told, I might have had like a beer or two when I ordered this on the internet, and I didn't realize I had a phone mount in it, but we're going to pop that open here. So it's just going to pop open like that. Again, I've never seen any of this stuff before, so that's how intuitive it is. You could pull this out and be working with this in a matter of minutes. And it's got a little spring-loaded clip here for your phone. I so happen to have a phone with me. I'm going to pop that in. And within a couple of seconds, I was able to get my phone in for this. And it looks like it has got a quick release built in to the design of this little phone holder. If you can see the little clamps on the side, I'm not sure if that's Arca Swiss compatible. I've got a Arca Swiss plate here. It looks like it might be though. Let's see if that'll fit on. So in this built-in phone adapter, they have given you an Arca Swiss adaptable little phone holder, which is amazing. Something that I didn't realize until a few months ago was that my Metabone speed booster, which you can't really see, but it's on my like rigged up cinema camera right now, it has a built-in Arca Swiss plate on the foot. I didn't know that that was adaptable or compatible with that. So anyway, nice, really sleek little phone adapter with the little Peak Design logo on it there. I'm gonna pull this off. That is really, really slick. Now, let's see if we can get this tripod head off. Maybe I can raise this up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. That'd be helpful. Maybe next review I'll just do just down below the camera so you can't see anything. How boring is this? Let me know. You just want to see me unload the tripod for like 15 minutes? All right, here we go. So let's try to get this off. Looks like there's some locks here. It's got an unlock and a lock labeled on it. I don't know if my camera will focus since my face is in here. Let's see here. How does this work? Oh, there we go. So on this side of the camera, if you can see, there is a, let me put my head closer so it'll count. It's got a little lever here. You press that down. It looks like that's where the plate's gonna adjust and pull out. Hopefully. So that's the lock. That's the unlock. And then it just pulls out and it'll fall on your foot. It's got this itty bitty all metal plate here. Really nice construction, a little rubbery surface, so your camera's not going to slip around. And then not quite a built-in, I'm not sure if you could even get this out though, quarter 20 screw at the very bottom. And that's where one of those Allen wrenches that we got in this side piece will come in handy. It looks like that one will fit directly in there to attach your camera to. Now, let's go back to this little phone mount real quick. If this is in here, it looks like this is going to be the way that we get that in. You put that in there, let that sit in, so your phone would mount right there, and then you would just lock that in. And now with this phone mount, I'm picking up the whole camera. I mean, this thing is pretty sturdy. Really nice build. Some really thoughtful designs too. I don't know what this tightening latch is for. I'll get into that maybe more in a second. So I'm going to take this phone mount out. So you want to unlock it, pull the little lever down here, and then remove your camera or whatever you've got. So this is like a mini, like low profile, like Arca Swiss plate maybe. I'm not sure if it's a full Arca Swiss plate. I think I've got one really nearby. Hold on one sec. I lied. I don't have one. I don't have another Arca Swiss plate on me, unfortunately. However, I would assume that this would work. The only downside that I would see of trying to fit a regular size Arca Swiss quick release plate on there would be that it's got these two little knobs here. Maybe it'll focus. There we go. So it's got these two little knobs here. So you're going to be regulated to like an inch, maybe an inch and a half in there of your camera. So your plate is not going to be able to be like a 3-inch long one and be able to fit in there. But really, really nicely designed there. Let's see. Is this going to unlock? Oh, it's got some pivot. I bet that's what that lock does. So when you unscrew this, the head's not going to pivot at all. You unscrew it a little bit, you've got a little bit of pivot there. Let's see here. How do I get that up? Probably the little lever right here. There we go. You unscrew that. This will come up. There we go. Should have just done that to begin with. So tighten that back down. That feels really nice. Again, let's unscrew this ball. And now we've got a fully adjustable head here up top. And this is a really, really nice design. It's got 3 parts to it. So it's got one here, one behind here, and then this other one that you can see. So this gives you, I mean, essentially like a 360 degree maneuverability on this thing. And you can see on the back there that it's held down. Again, really, really nice build quality. It's got a little bubble level up there too. The thoughtfulness that went into this tripod is just out of this world. Really, really nice. And it looks like this will pull all the way out. So I'm guessing if you wanted to put this below, you could. So you could undersling your camera. If I'm going to pull this up, you could undersling your camera if you wanted, which is a nice little added touch. I know a lot of tripods do not allow for that. So let's poke that back through and put that back in. Let's tighten this back up, down in, tighten that up. And I'm gonna put the little phone adapter, folded that back up. It slides really nicely back up into the tripod leg. And then the little locking piece goes in, and let's see here. And it just twists in and snaps in, and you probably heard that snap. So now that is all set. I'm guessing maybe, so the little Allen wrench thing that we've got here, it's got a little bitty one and then a larger one. The larger one is definitely for the tripod plate. The smaller one, these 2 little knobs up here that we're going to keep us from putting a larger QR plate on this. It looks like, I'm going to get back down closer to my mic. Sorry if you guys can hear that. The little knobs up here that look like they were going to keep us from putting a larger QR plate on this. It looks like those come off with this little one. So I'm going to, my hand out of the way. So I'm guessing that you could use a larger Arca Swiss plate or QR plate on this. Yep, and those just come off. Some tiny little screws. Let me get this other one off. Now, I will say I like this a lot so far. I don't see the need to put my own like ball head on it. So I've got like a little one here. I just took this one off of my switch pod. But I've got a couple other little Arca Swiss ones. I wouldn't feel the need to put this on because this is so maneuverable and adjustable and customizable as is. However, I think that one of the things I would miss would be a fluid head. Now, a lot of what I end up doing, if I'm out filming, some wildlife or doing something, you're going to want to pan and tilt and follow your subject sometimes, and you're not going to have that ability with this. A small trade-off for the compact size and for the, just sheer like little amount that you're going to have with this tripod. I mean, it is just wild how light this thing is. So I've taken that QR plate off. I'm actually going to try and grab my 12-pound cinema shoulder rig, and I'm going to try to put it on this, and we'll see how that goes now that we've got that QR plate taken all the way off. All right. All right. So I've got this huge friggin' shoulder rig thing here. It's got a cinema lens on it. It's got a recorder. It's got hand grips. It's got a V-mount battery. This thing is heavy. I weighed it earlier. It weighs 12 pounds, or just over 10, I guess. I'm going to try to put this on because it's got a little QR plate at the bottom, a little Arca Swiss. I'm not sure. It's just, there we go. Yeah, it fits. So, let's see, lock that, and let's lock that. So, if you can see me down here, this is going to hold a full 12-pound camera very easily. Let's back this up a little bit. Can you see that? Maybe-ish. So I've got just a regular Arca Swiss plate on my shoulder rig. On this rig right now, it went in there no problems. Really, really well designed. again, I'm really happy with the way this is working out, and it will tilt and do all the other stuff just like it would. So, and there's no play. I'm trying to move it right now, and any shake you see is actually the fact that I only have 2 legs touching the ground. I'm holding the other leg, but it's not moving at all. There's no shake in this head, despite how thin this is and how big this camera rig is. So again, really, really well designed. And it looks like this is not even down all the way. Let's put that down all the way. Get it back on the table entirely. And if you try to move that, there's no move at all. There's no give at all. This is a really, really, really well-made tripod. So let's get that off. Set that down. So that's the Peak Design Travel Tripod. I mean, this thing is just insane. Given the, I don't know, $300 price point, is that what they are right now? For the aluminum one on the peakdesign.com website, they are $349.95. That is a little pricey, but honestly, I don't see this thing breaking. I would imagine it'll last you quite a bit. And as anyone knows that does any traveling or camping or backpacking, any amount of weight and size for your pack that you can shave off is a huge amount. So if you were going to try to travel with a 10 plus pound tripod, that is going to feel like 1,000,000 pounds after a handful of miles or a couple of days, compared to something that's this size and weighs under 5 pounds. It weighs under 4 pounds even. Again, really well designed. If you are in the market, I suggest considering one of these for your kit. Just an incredible tripod. I'm more blown away with the ingenuity and thoughtfulness that went into this. Clearly, this tripod was designed for people, by people rather, who use tripods, who do traveling, who are in the video production and filmmaking industry, and they know what people want. They very clearly listened. They were very thoughtful about everything that went into this. And honestly, like, in addition to the light weight of the tripod and how functional it is in its small size, I think one of the really neat aspects of this is that you don't even need like a fancy camera to start using this. I mean, you could buy this tripod, use the little phone adapter that comes with it, and a free time-lapse app on your phone, and you could start creating amazing time lapses. I mean, granted, you don't need a $350 tripod to do that, but I like that they have designed this for everyone from, like, people that are just starting out or just maybe have their cell phones, to people who have a 12-pound shoulder rig for filming, and everyone in between. Again, a really, really well-designed tripod. I am going to start using this on a lot of my shoots over the coming weeks. I know it is around the holiday season, depending on when you're watching this. But if you have any questions about this tripod that you have for me, leave those in the comments section below, and I will try to answer them. And I hope to post some more with some more in-depth thoughts on this as I use it. Things that I really like, things that are maybe kind of quirky that I haven't thought of yet because I'm not actually using it in real world scenarios at this moment in time. So if you have any questions or comments about those, leave those in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys so very much for watching this, and I will see you next time. Oh, I don't think I farted that whole time. That might be a record.